All right. I hear the hoodies are back.
They are.
Yep, the hoodies are coming back.
We need to get some T-shirt hoodies or something. We should get some
hoodies.
Ben Riley hoodies, dude.
Oh, Ben Riley hoodies.
Some blue ones with the no sleeves. We should look that up.
Oh, this is Bone.
Oh yeah, this is Drake.
We're 2 hoodies and 3 cats, and it's 100 degrees here, so we're not wearing hoodies right now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think that name was invented in the wintertime, was it not?
It was. Well, last summer actually.
Oh, okay.
So, I just played a Black Sabbath Dio song for Bone because I'm trying to find a couple Dio tracks that Bone can be like, oh, okay, I can deal with this. So now he's playing me a old school Black Sabbath song that I have not heard.
You've not heard this.
I've not heard this.
I had only heard it like 2 weeks ago because I had never heard this. This is live. This is a song they used to improv called "Sometimes I'm Happy."
Wait a minute.
I didn't know that they improv songs live. I did not know that. And I'm a huge Sabbath fan.
You just now.
Look, I'm telling you, the Black Sabbath are like great white sharks to me, man. I could tell you there's like less than 6 live performances on video for Black Sabbath. And so I did not know this existed. I did not know that they, I was, and look, I don't want to build it up, but I'm just saying I did not expect to hear what I'm hearing. And this is the right version.
Okay.
And so it's difficult because you've heard everything else. So I think it would be like, do y'all want to? You can put it in the comments. Do y'all want to see us go through and watch stuff that we've both heard that we really love and explain why we love it and why you might want to love it too? I'd love to do that, honestly, but I don't know if there's a market for that.
There's a couple albums out there that I would tell you that I couldn't even tell you what the song was that was the big hit, like Technical Ecstasy.
There's nothing on that.
Never Say Die, those 2
albums.
Yeah,
that song, Never Say Die.
I
think Evil Woman is on that one too.
I don't think I could tell you. I can't even regurgitate the rhythm of that song.
Never Say Die?
Yeah.
Don't ever say die. You know what I'm saying? I got the headphones. Never say die again. People going nowhere. Wait, taking for a ride. Looking for the answers. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey guys, you just got Bone singing. So
and I'm not getting loud because I'd be embarrassing if I crack the note here. But
I don't recognize that track.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is those albums. Speak of the Devil on the Ozzy album.
Yeah, it's on that album. Mm-hmm. See, that was my first experience with Black Sabbath, and then someone's like, "No, you got to listen to the real stuff," and I was like, "Okay." And then
that was an Ozzy live album after Randy left.
Yes,
I was really
Brad Gillis on guitar.
Brad Gillis from Night Ranger played guitar on it, and I just never.
And
picked
Tommy
it up.
Aldridge.
I never picked it up.
Yeah, that was my first experience. But this, like I said, there's several different versions of this song
at that time,
and they're all different.
At that time, the guy, my friend that was really kind of helping me
navigate,
he didn't like that album. Andy was a guy that was.
Well, I can understand why he didn't.
And he was a Randy guy, and I mean, I like Jakey Lee.
Yeah, I like him.
I really like Vivian Campbell, which we're gonna get to a Vivian Campbell song later.
Did he play with Ozzy?
No.
I was gonna say,
but those two were. One was with Ozzy and one was with Dio at the exact same time.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But and that was really when I really kind of hit the music scene and we really got into what was going on.
Right. Well, there was the guy who told me about Black Sabbath. He was talking about the song Snowblind that's on Speak of the Devil, and he was talking about this breakdown part. And he said there's only one. It only do it one time, or it's not even in the song. I don't remember. And he said you got to listen to the Sabbath version because it's so much better. And so me having heard, it's like someone who saw episode 1 or the new Star Wars movies doesn't know about the old stuff. That might be their most preferred thing. It's because they just don't know.
Because it's what they were
right. And so I can see why people didn't like that album. But that was my first experience. And plus, Randy had just died. He didn't release that live album for a couple of years. Anyway, let's lay it on him before we just here talk their ear out.
All right.
But look, I could talk about Black Sabbath for a month.
Yeah. Sorry for the 4-minute talking intro. They tell me that we're supposed to get into what we're doing like within 30 seconds or so. So
all right, we'll try to do that from now on. Maybe.
We failed, but hey. Anyway, I'm interested to see what Sometimes I'm Happy is about.
Clap your hands, come on. Now everybody, I want to see your hands in the air.
That's Ozzy? Really?
I think this is 1975. Yeah, it says 75. I think this is from the Live at Asbury Park show.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Robert Plant and Led Zeppelin.
His voice is a little high.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because the original source is sped up just a hair.
Maybe. I don't know, but it's got a Led Zeppelin feel to it. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, they were compared to each other. That's why Zeppelin really came out with Volume 4 to totally differentiate themselves between the.
Have you heard of you heard of Greta Van Fleet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard a lot of their stuff?
Only a couple tracks.
We should check some of them out because I like those kids.
There's one song that they play on the radio that I like a lot. I got to figure out the name of it and we'll check it out. I know that they had a thing going where Rob kept they were accused of being of copying Zeppelin, and they kept saying no, we tailored our whole deal after Steven Tyler and Aerosmith, and then finally they said, all right, we also like Led Zeppelin.
I didn't know that.
Because I work with a girl named Michaela, and she's like, today it was playing on the radio, and I'm like, what is this? Is this? She's like, well, I can't tell you if it's Led Zeppelin. So if it's not Led Zeppelin, it's Greta Van Fleet. And I'm like, well, this is not Led Zeppelin.
Did you say Greta Van Fleet? That's funny. Greta Van Fleet.
Whatever.
So did she tell you that they claim to be influenced by Steven Tyler? Because I've never heard that, and I watched a bunch of stuff.
I watched a bunch of stuff about them and all these accusations going back and about Robert and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Then I watched the whole thing where I watched a whole interview with, I guess there's two brothers in the band.
I think there's three.
And they're actually talking about the fact that they really are heavily influenced by Aerosmith. And they're
I never saw that.
And they're totally denying all the Led Zeppelin stuff. And then I watched another interview, which was a couple years later, and they're like, all right, just to end it.
Well, maybe I caught it a couple years later because it was always known.
We like Led Zeppelin, and yes, we're influenced by them. But apparently at the beginning, they were like, no.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
Because the first track I heard by them, I watched a video of them, and the first track I saw I was like, what, did they just totally rip off Kashmir?
Yeah, but I think they sound like Led Zeppelin, but I couldn't point to a specific song that they ripped off.
Yeah, the guitar and the music fits in that range, but that guy's vocals are right there. It's crazy. But I mean, it is what
sometimes you can't get away from your influences, man.
Yeah. So let's get back into Black Sabbath.
All right.
I could talk about Led Zeppelin for days.
Me too. Stop it. Look, that was my exact. I was like, what? I did not know he could sing like that.
I'm like going, is this like.
It's like Grand Funk, like Man of Joplin.
I'm sitting here like going, is this like. Did Flea hop in, go back in time and say, hey, Ozzy, let's do it this way?
It's funky too, isn't it?
I'm like, it's like super funky, like it's going back to the Red Hot Chili Peppers thing we were talking about earlier. It might have been a different video. It might have been this video. I don't think it was this video. But, I mean, that took me back to Mother's Milk.
Dude.
Or like P-Funk.
Back it up with that vocals.
And I'm just like, I'm like going, is this actually Ozzy?
No, it is. I'm telling you, the guy's voice is in my soul.
Freaking crazy. All right, here we go. That was crazy. That was awesome. This is a good pick. It is like grooving. Damn, dude. That's nasty. Okay, so it does not sound like typical Ozzy at all.
No, but I mean, it's him. There's no doubt about it.
But at the same time, yeah, it's definitely Ozzy. But
There's a couple more songs that are earlier from
just
their
the
first album.
style and the whole feel, I'm like,
Because they were a blues band before they did their.
well, was Earth all more blues?
Oh yeah, with the Polka Tulk Blues Band and then Earth.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were straight blues
But,
band.
was Ozzy
Yeah.
in the band?
Yeah.
Then
Yep.
okay, all right, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so if you really listen to that first album, you can hear it that it's in there. But that's why it was so frustrating for both them and Zeppelin to be compared to each other because
Zeppelin's not.
Led Zeppelin kept their blues roots and Black Sabbath mostly did away with it.
Went heavier,
Right.
More into they like trailblazed into
Yes,
and created
unknown
heavy
territory,
metal.
which Zeppelin did as well, but they were so different. There were similarities.
The later Zeppelin went, the less they did anything in that heavier side. It was more just
Yeah,
their style of music.
right.
Like,
But I think the two best rock drummers of that era were in Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath. Because Bill Ward is so underrated. The guy is phenomenal. I mean, I can't think of a better drummer from the 70s.
as a musical, like the whole
The nexus.
the whole group on the music side, the players. It's hard to find three guys that are as like on point on what they're doing as those three were at the height of what they were doing.
Yeah.
There are other guys out there, obviously, that we've talked about, three guys here and there, but to the fact that there's three players, and then Ozzy playing the occasional harmonica and singing. But yeah, so far, this is a win. I'm like still blown away on the whole funk side. Here we go. I'm getting back into it.
Now I'm all alone. I'm so afraid of getting meaning. I want all of you people to know we love you all. And everyone that's the road.
I was 6 years old when they did this.
We play forever. We love you.
Now that's what I'm used to. Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, that wasn't the version that I heard, but the vocals were equally as impressive in that version as they
That-
were in the other one.
That was pretty cool. I will say that I like that. I was not prepared for that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I was recording whenever I heard it for the first time because that just floored me. Because I think it's not arrogant for me to think, maybe it is to say, that I could sing everything that Ozzy's ever done. Or could sing. I don't know if I could
So
do that.
I'm gonna. Okay, so full disclosure, guys, he's done quite a bit of music, and we've talked about it before. Plays guitar, sings, and a lot of the stuff that you've done, whether you want to,
Yeah, I never tried to.
I've played stuff in my vehicle with other people in the car going, "Is this Ozzy?" I'm like, "No, that's my buddy. This sounds like Ozzy." I'm like, and it's not that you're trying.
No, I never tried that.
And then
either.
musically,
It's just that's where my voice
guitar-wise,
is.
I don't really. You might have some stuff that's heavy, and you tune down, and you do stuff from time to time that has that kind of Sabbath feel. But I don't think the vast majority of your music sounds like
No.
Ozzy's music or
No, I
Black
couldn't
Sabbath
play
music.
guitar like Randy or
But
Zach,
Randy, I don't.
or even Tony Solos.
But I'm not. When I listen to it, I don't think, "Hey, this is Black Sabbath."
Right.
This is no. I hear that vocal style.
Yeah.
And it's a certain just way of the whole kind of deal. It's really.
Yeah, there's one song I did a couple years ago. Somebody played it for their buddy,
You have a song.
and they said, "Was this a new Black Sabbath?" They're like, "No, that's."
So there's a, and I don't want to get there's a song title from Incubus and a song title you do. They're very similar. And the one you do, I want to say, do you have a song called Walking Disaster?
I do.
Okay. So the Incubus has Beautiful Disaster, which is another great song. If you haven't heard it, we should do it one day. But you do that song Walking Disaster. I like that track. but your vocals there are kind of reminiscent.
Huh.
But at the same time, the music doesn't sound like any of
Nothing
those
like
stuff. But I
yeah.
like that track. It's on a. You've given me a number of CDs over the years, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And no, for years I didn't hear it, and then there was a couple tracks where I was like, okay, I can't deny it. Not that I denied it, but I can't disagree.
Yeah.
That,
At some point, you guys that are like, we just did a song for we did "Gang Gang" by Nova Rockefeller featuring Tom McDonald, and Bone kind of got all like, "Wow, this is amazing," and we had a person comment in there that they were here for. They subbed for me and they were here for Bone. So if you want Bone to share some of his stuff in the future, comment below. It doesn't have to be this video. It could be any video. But we're going to get out of here on this one. This was awesome. This has been Bone and Drake trying to outdo each other on... I bet you haven't heard this before. So far, we're 1-1.
All right. Well, I know another great Sabbath song. We'll do that sometime. Other time I have to go look it up to make sure. But it's one I've never heard. That I know you've never heard.
All right. Cool. We'll see you guys later. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.
Yeah. Keep on keeping on, people.
Yeah.
Be safe out there. It's a
That's
crazy
it.
world.
Yeah.